Is your website failing to convert visitors into real leads? In that case, I highly recommend you watch to the end of this video because I'll be covering the exact problems I see on a daily basis with our client sites that come to us for conversion rate optimization. These are problems that are stopping these businesses from generating real leads, which will turn to revenue and profit. But instead, they're facing these small dilemmas where they're not able to actually convert any of the traffic they're getting into real business. So, if you're interested, stick around. And let's get straight into it. Number one is unclear value proposition. So, a common mistake is people use generic headlines and vague business descriptions, which often just confuse visitors. They don't understand what you actually offer and how you differentiate yourself in a pretty crowded market. So, a quick fix is you craft a compelling headline that addresses the customer's pain points and you highlight specific benefits and include a strong call to action. The impact this makes is that a clear value proposition instantly communicates your unique offering. It grabs attention and encourages visitors to explore further. And exploring further simply means that they fill out the form so they actually turn into a real lead in your database. And if you can follow up with that person, there's a higher chance you'll close them compared to if they just didn't fill out anything in the first place. Number two is a poor mobile experience. Identifying issues is a bit of a difficult part, but what you can do is simply just use the Google Inspect Element tool. That allows you to open up the responsive tab and select different screen sizes. That allows you to test your website out on different sizes without actually having to get a bunch of different phones. Now, you can go through that and see what the difficult things are, like difficult navigation and unreadable text. So once you note that down, you can kind of start to work at it and quickly fix those issues before someone else sees them. Number two is implementing responsiveness. Ensure your website adapts to different screen sizes. Use flexible layouts and fluid images. Using flexible layouts basically means instead of just having a complete grid going across your website on all the different screen sizes, for example, on desktop, you can have one column. You can have one row with four columns. On tablet, you can have two columns and two rows. And on mobile, you can have four rows, but just one column going downwards. That's an easy way to have a flexible layout. So per device, it's an easier experience for the user. A fluid image is where you don't use a set pixel amount, rather use a percentage for the width. Now, this is an easy way to improve the responsiveness of your real website. And optimize for touch. Don't make buttons super small or super hard to touch or out of the screen so it's really difficult to find it. So improving your website's touchability in a sense is really, really important. So you want to make buttons and links easily tappable and implement swipe friendly features for smooth navigation. And of course, test and refine. The more you test, the better it'll be, and it'll be easier for you to identify any gaps in the website experience. Number three, and this is a huge one that we see all the time, is a slow loading speed. This will actually be a huge contributor to a bounce rate, which I'll explain further later in the video. So number one, diagnose the problem. You can use a tool like GTmetrix. I also recommend Google PageSpeed Insights. That's really a good one that can kind of break down why your website is slow and where it is that's causing the issue. Slow loading times frustrate visitors and increase the bounce rate, as mentioned before. So you can, number one, optimize the images. So you can compress the images without sacrificing quality using a lossless, image compression algorithm, which is a really easy, fancy way of saying that they compress the images without actually sacrificing any of the quality. You can use modern formats like WebP for faster loading as well. And you can do something called minification of the code, which is basically where you minify your CSS, JavaScript, and HTML, which kind of just shrinks down the file size of the actual code. And that makes it easier for the person that's loading up the website to load it up. And you can remove unnecessary plugins, especially if you're using WordPress, and unnecessary scripts to reduce loading times. You can also leverage cache, which is a huge one that I really recommend. And implementing browser and server-side caching is a great way to speed up the website. You can also look into something called a CDN, which is a cloud distributor network. And that's where your website will be spread across a bunch of servers across the globe. So whoever is visiting your website will get the closest version to them. And this means that they can load up the website a little bit faster and a bit more responsive because they'll be getting the version that's closest to them. And it means that the website will be a little bit quicker in terms of loading speed. And a huge one that I see all the time is a weak call to action, and sometimes even just no call to action at all. Be very, very specific. You want to use very particular wording, like get your free quote now, rather than something like learn more or explore now or click here or something like that. Because if you use get your free quote now, it kind of talks to what you will get by clicking that button or filling that form out. And this will actually play into a huge part in terms of your entire conversion rate, because even using something like create like urgency tactics, like limited time offer, or scarcity tactics, which is like where you write like 3 out of 5 spots taken, using those together will massively increase your conversion rate, and it will actually improve your conversion rate the most. And I think all of this, improving your site speed and improving your call to actions is one of the best levers you can use. And using action words, which is what's written behind here, use action words like download, subscribe, join now. Those are actually better words rather than just like click here or like click button or something like that. Those are not that good. You rather want to use action words. It's actually a lot better. And even using something like yes, I want this, or yes, download, I want to download, is a lot better as well. And make it visible. Make your button stand out. Don't use the same color you're using everywhere else on the button. Make it an accent color, or make it some sort of bright color that really just stands out. So if someone's looking for the button to proceed, they can easily distinguish and find it. And at number 5, we have lack of trust elements. So this is customer reviews, credentials, and trust badges. Google reviews are a great way to showcase that your local business is actually a trustworthy business for the service that they're looking for. And an easy way is just to integrate your Google reviews into your website. Another thing is credentials. If you're in an industry that requires you to be certified, for example, plumbers or sparkies, or electricians or construction companies, they require some sort of certification or compliance to show that they're eligible to do the work. That's a great way to showcase that you can actually perform and are, in a sense, legal to do the job. And trust badges are a great one. It's similar to credentials, sort of similar, but trust badges are usually a bit more of a authoritative thing. For example, you could do a credential of like, some sort of SEO thing, but then trust badges would be like trusted by SEMrush or like Google certified, and that would be the trust badge that would be on the website. So step 1 in fixing up your conversion rate is optimizing the homepage, of course. So number 1, craft your value proposition, meaning actually develop a clear and compelling statement that addresses your target audience's needs. Highlight your unique selling points. So this will help you distinguish yourself from your competitors. And clear, compelling statement basically means that you use direct response marketing copy. So you want to really talk about your audience's pain points. So if you're selling, for example, plumbing services, you really want to talk about like leaky pipes or whatever. Or like if you're selling something about like electrical services, or let's talk about window washing, for example. An easy one would be looking to clean your windows, and then versus comparing that to, do you have dirty windows right now, or like, are your windows stained, are you embarrassed of your house, something like that, really that evokes the emotion inside of the person. So you want to kind of showcase your key benefits as well underneath that. And the screenshot on the left over here is a design that I came up with earlier, which is a really simple design. So above this VSL, there'd be a headline, the VSL itself, or like if you have some sort of image, and then you can have your subheading and a description that kind of highlights your key benefits. So over there, you can write down the 3 or 5 things that really help you stand out compared to your competition. And you want to use concise, benefit-driven language to capture the interest of your target market, and that will help improve your conversion rate a lot as well, because they actually can get a grasp of what the benefit you offer is. And then you want to implement a strong CTA here. So, if you have a free audit that you offer, you want to write that down clearly. If you offer a free consultation, you want to write that down clearly as well. So those are the important things that I think on the homepage are the most crucial. Number 2 would be mobile enhancement. As mentioned before, you want to have a responsive design, because that will improve the user experience. You want to have also a touch-friendly navigation system, so meaning your website's easy to navigate, especially on a mobile touchscreen. That will increase the engagement by a lot. So you can actually implement large and easily tappable buttons for that. So that's an easy fix, just using clear buttons that are easily clickable on a mobile screen. And number 3 is fast loading. Again, we're just reducing the bounce rate of the website. So bounce rate would mean, you're paying Google ads to get clicks onto your website. Now, if you can improve your actual website speed, you'll have less people being lost between the click and actually loading up on your homepage. That's why sometimes you'll see that you'll have 30 clicks, but you won't have 30 visitors on the website. Instead, you'll have 30 clicks and 25 visitors. That means 5 people got lost in between clicking on the website and actually landing on it. So that's another easy one. So step 3, of course, building trust. You want to showcase reviews, highlight credentials, share results, and ensure security. Ensuring security is more important on an e-commerce store. So, for example, having an SSL certificate or like secure checkout. But sharing results is a huge one that I think a lot of businesses don't take advantage of. It's actually showcasing the work that you've performed, and that's why a lot of construction companies will showcase their projects just to kind of give themselves credibility that hey, like we actually can do the work and we have done the work. And if you recognize one of the projects that they've worked on, it instantly shoots up the chance that you actually convert because you've already seen it in real life. For example, I saw a construction company's website, and they had a portfolio piece where it was a house that was pretty close to where I live, and instantly I knew that okay, these guys are legit. They've built a house in my area. I understand who they are. I understand their service, so I will probably follow through with it and fill out the lead form. And so that's the end of the video. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I hope you kind of got a grasp of the 5 points that I talked about and how they would impact your conversion rate. If you're ready to turn your website into a lead generating powerhouse, don't let these common mistakes hold you back. Take action now and unlock your digital potential. If you're looking to get some expert guidance and tailored solutions, I highly recommend you get in touch with my company, lucidmedia.co.nz, and you can explore our services and see if anything you need can be covered by the services that we offer. We cover web design, SEO, and CRO. So if you need to transform your website today, just give me a shout and I'll be happy to help. Otherwise, if you want more information about website design and digital marketing, I highly recommend you subscribe and give this video a like and comment if you found some value in it. Appreciate it, and thank you so much.